Outer Orange.
All right, so today we're gonna go over set 10 stuff. So I actually just wanted to go over the card lists are up already for all the cards in English today. So today will be kind of like a nice chill day. We're just gonna be basically talking. Here we have the card list. Star Dragon Empire. As you guys know, the Gandiva stuff is dropping this set, so expect Gandiva, basically. There is actually a couple other things that have been dropping along with this, and the new Varina dropped, and I actually don't know too much about the Varina with the X overdress stuff, with the recent stuff. Here comes the, oh yeah, we're gonna have an Orphis talk. Oh boy. Oh, brace yourself. But yeah, basically we got all this extra stuff going on. I don't know, no one's been talking about it. It's all been Gandiva here, it's Gandiva this, Gandiva that for Dragon Empire right now, so I have no idea what's even like, if it's even relevant. It doesn't feel that relevant, but I don't know. There's some stuff going on with Dragon Empire. I'm not really too. I read some of these cards and I was like this card's kind of interesting. You get to choose a column and your opponent retires it. It's like, okay, seems kind of cool. Another in here too crazy. They have like this random reprint or like whatever, I guess box topper. I don't really, what the hell? I didn't even know this was a card. Like I didn't even know this came out. What the hell? This actually looks kind of cool because I really like Yu personally, so I like the way that they did this. But honestly, I'm not a crazy fan of these borders. I originally, when I first saw them, I thought I would like them, and then as I started looking at them more, I'm like, I don't like this. And the reason being actually is because I'll show you guys a sample of why I don't like these. So this Zerga code recently showed this off, and holy, oh. This looks so good. My god, this looks so good. And then like you take this and then you like slap on the, I like Zorga, I like Masanori, but I don't like them both together like this. I'm not gonna lie, not a fan. I would have much rather preferred just the full art with like with maybe the borders or something, but the full art is just so good that like this just, first of all, this is closer up, so you don't see as much of like the actual background. I actually wish this wasn't there, and it sucks because I like Masanori, but I just don't like the way it's done here. I feel like it kind of like the art is just so good that you don't need anything else. You don't need it. You like, I want to see the mask, I want to see the moon, I want to see that like grand blue darkness, I want to see that fogness in the background, and I feel like it's a little ruined, but it's fine. I'll get over it. Long story short, I don't think there's too much else in here. Most of this is Gandiva support down here. I think there's some like Blazemane support or something like that, but most of it is like retire and like, I don't know, weird generic stuff. They do have a generic card, which I think we should probably look at. I think it's this one. It sounds cool, I guess. I will say I think out of all the generics, this one's one of the lesser cooler ones. Probably my least favorite one out of this one and Keter are the only two I don't really like. The Keter one's okay, but it's better than this one, but I don't like this one at all. I think it's very meh, but that's just me. But anyway, that's Dragon Empire. Let's go to Dark States. Dark States got some interesting stuff, I guess. I was kind of looking over these earlier and I was like, I think this one, the Patrick one, is really good. Stockade one is really good. The Stockade and Brangate one, I think, are both like pretty solid. This one's kind of cool. This is the burst card, and then this also forces your opponent to move their rear guards to the guard circle, which I think is just a really interesting mechanic. But this one's pretty cool too. I also love the way they did the art on this one. I think the art on this one's like really, like, look at it. Look at him, like he looks so cool. I don't know what it is about the Diablos units in Dark States, but they all look so freaking cool. Like this is what God, I can't talk. This is what Spike Brothers should have looked like to begin with. Like they all look so badass. There's the Unica stuff is dropping, so obviously people are excited about that. There's Jejuled, but we're missing the promo. And I was testing with my friend Antonio, which is Crow. We had like a game where he played with the promo. I will say the promo is like insanely good, and I think without the promo, the deck is kind of like, the Jejuled stuff is like a little behind. But that's just me. I think that the fact that you can keep bouncing that card back to your hand, basically, and also using it as a restand is just really good utility. I know Baron Magnus, I think, oh, is this their generic one? I didn't realize the Thigh Girl was the generic card. So I think this art's kind of culture, okay? Like a little bit of culture. We got some tummy action, we got thigh action, you know? Anyway, but so this one is another one, generic one. Soap Blast put to bottom to draw a card when you discard your ride phase, and the other effect is when placed from hand. If you Persona Road, you can Carry Blast, choose a card from Soul Card or Rear, and if you call it a card, so you may still charge one. So that's pretty cool. This one's pretty good. I like this one. I think this one's good. I don't see it play too much. I don't know. I don't think there's too many decks that really need it right now. But also, Dark States outside of like Jet just isn't really as relevant outside of like Jewel, but Jewel has its own cards, and yeah, you know what I mean. Green can't really get to it because they have deck space issues. You can't run it in Diablo stuff because Diablo stuff, and then Jet doesn't run it for obvious reasons. So basically, it's just kind of like one of those cards where in the future we'll probably start seeing more results. Overall, I was kind of looking through Dark States. They have a lot of this random Dragon Tree stuff. This card's really good. This is really good and like premium. This card's nuts and premium. We got the random Dragon Tree support. We got some random couple mini jeweled cards. Nothing too out there. The hell? This is a shield guy. Some more Diablo stuff down here, and we got this guy. I read this guy and I was like, this is so weird. Brand Gate. Oh god, we're gonna be here for a little bit. I'm gonna be talking about these cards for some time. So first I'll start with like the basic stuff, and then we can kind of dig in. I do have some lists too that I wanted to look at, so I'm gonna try not to go too ham. But basically the prison stuff's kind of it's okay, but it's not like pushing the decks or anything like that. So this is one of the, I read this card, I was like, this card's good. The issue is that like the deck is not good. So like, yeah. And then dude, have you all read this card? This card is actually low-key kind of fire. You basically, whenever you play a set order from hand, you can give this thing 5k, and then you can look at top 5 cards for another order and basically put it to your hand. And it's once per turn, so you can like keep using it every turn as long as it doesn't get retired. Orifice support. Just saying. But anyway, this card's actually not too bad. I like this card a lot. And then this card's not very good though, just no offense, but this is supposed to be like Orifice support or whatever. And then we got some Afghandia stuff right here. And then we got these like random prison, I don't know, these random generics that have been kind of dropping, like with that, like queening cards. I don't know. They're odd. But you know it's not odd. This boy right here. This guy right here. Oh my god. I read this. So the reason why I even looked at this card was actually because of DF's video. I was trying to catch up on set 10. And I was like, all right, Different Fight recently posted a video. Let's go check it out. So I watched this video, and in here, there's one Orifice list right here. Just one, but it exists. It's just living its best life right here. And I saw this card, and I was like, what the hell is even that? And then I just started poking around, right? So thus we are here. Yes, it's a common. It's a freaking common. But yeah, shout outs to DF for making a pretty well-versed video on explaining all the stuff that's gonna be coming out in set 10. Basically, this personally really helped me. I normally don't look for these videos too often, but this is like the one time where I felt really behind. I was like, I really need just like one video that just has everything, and this was basically it. So the way Orifice works is that whenever you ride the Orifice, you can play an order from drop instantly. So basically what you want to do is you want to have orders set up in drop. And what's really nice about cards like this is that it lets you kind of discard pretty easily. There's actually another card that works with this card that makes it even easier for you to like utilize this approach. But this one basically, when placed from hand, no matter what world you're on, you can look at top 7, grab 2 orders and instantly discard them. The second effect, it says, at the end of the battle, attack to Vanguard. If you are an Abyssal Dark Knight, so the second. So you have to have 2 orders in the order zone. Retire it, choose a order from your drop and add to hand. What's good about this is that you can now discard orders more frequently and not stress out about the fact that you're going to lose them permanently in case you want some in hand. So basically you set up your drop and your hand at the same time, which is literally what the new Orifice whole effect is. And then when you utilize this card with the other new grade 2 that's also nuts, which is this card right here. So when you utilize that with this, you can actually play 3 orders in a turn under Persona. Under Persona, you can play 3. Normally, you can play 2. And what's nice about this is that 2 of them will be costless and you'll only be paying for 1. So even if your opponents try to play the whole, like, I'm going to counter blast Nayu game, you can just be like, well, suck it. I'm just going to still blast it all. Or you can use the one that's counterblast. You can use that one's one of the free costs and then blast with the other ones to basically get all your effects to go off. But yeah, pretty nuts, because this one directly searches for 1. The other card searches for them, and then you just call them all out, use all their effects, and then yeah, just go crazy. It's pretty nice. Yes, these cards are gonna be relevant for a hot minute. All the cycler cards are gonna be relevant for a while because they're so generic. You can run them in basically any deck. So I expect these to be pretty costly though. So just get as many as you can. They are basically 4-ofs in most decks, so yeah. But aside from that, honestly, everything else in here is kind of Brandgate support is like okay. They got the Evagandia stuff, which is okay. But honestly, everything else in here is like, it's mainly like it's the order searchers that are like really peaking. While I'm here, I thought I'd remind y'all, if you are shopping around, if you're hard looking for, if you're doing like big purchases, you should grab this card. I already have like my 20 copies because I've been waiting for this card to be good. But you can actually play this in Ava now, so just a little thing. You could throw it in. But yeah, this card pretty much says when you play a Counterblast, draw a card, and your grade 2s get boosted till the end of game. I've talked about this card for like, I don't know, basically since the set has dropped, I've been talking about this card because I actually still play this in Gravidia because Gravidia has a lot of good grade 2s. So, and they make like really good numbers. So I was playing it in there as like a 1 to 2 of, and then I would just like play it and then just sit there and be like, yeah, everything's like 38k, have fun, enjoy blocking everything. And then like, you know, the grade 2s had shield on them too, so it's just really nice. It's just a really nice little extra card you can run in your stuff. Kenner got a lot of interesting stuff. They did get the new Hexawarp stuff, which is actually pretty cracked. Well, cracked, I say it's strong. It's a chiral crack. So when you high roll, it kind of just goes ballistic. It's been showing a lot of results, so you expect that. They got the little cycler card, which is okay. Counterblast top 2, choose a card from among them, put to your hand, put the rest at the bottom. So basically you just filter, which is really good, by the way. You're basically constantly putting cards in your hand that your opponent doesn't know about. And then obviously the other effect is the Soap Blast, put to the bottom, draw a card. And then they got the wizard guy. As far as I know, the wizard guy isn't like too crazy. I know everyone else was kind of crazy about his reveal. I was one of those people that was kind of just sitting there like, I just don't really care, personally. I think he looks cool. I'm just not into OTT type style. I'm one of those people where I can never remember what's on top of my deck. Like I'm just never gonna remember, so I can't play decks like that. I forget in the moment more than I forget long term. So OTT is like the opposite of how I think, basically. So I can't mess around with it too much. The art in the set looks really cool. I thought this card was really sick, and then I read it and I was like, oh, okay, it's not as sick as I thought it was, and I was kind of sad. What is this thing? You have a Vanguard with Solarian in the card name. Choose up to 1 away from hand. Reveal it. If you revealed a card, draw a card and put the revealed card on top of your deck. And then, well, I know it works for normal use. You kind of want that, but that's not so bad. When normal use revealed by an ability of your Vanguard with Solarian's card name, when this unit attacks, you may give it 5k power. If you do, put this unit into soul at the end of battle. I feel so... That's a lot of work for nothing. That's what it feels like. I don't know. But anyway. There's a lot of this. Oh, sorry, just reading some of these discard effects. Gandiva is so cursed. Gandiva feels kind of like whatever to me. I don't know. It's strong. Don't get me wrong. It's strong, but it doesn't feel like unkillable or anything like that. It just feels like a good deck, I guess. So we have Stoicheia. Okay, like this set's for Stoicheia. This has been a pretty good set. Like honestly, all these cards, except Leonor, all these cards are really good. Sorry, just gonna throw that out there. The cycler is like insane. The cycler is dude, no one's been talking about this card until recently, but this is actually one of the few cards that since it's dropped, I've been like egging people about it. Like I've been like going to my friends, I'm like, look at this. Going to my other friend, look at it. I go to like one of my close friends I play cards with, look at it. I'm like, look at this card. It's so good. But basically on place, Counterblast, your opponent can't intercept, and then all your opponent's front row can't stand either. Like, oh, it's so good. This one's so nuts. This card's gonna be like relevant for a long time. The issue with this card right now is that there's no deck that really wants to use it because of space issues, but it's a good card even as like a tech or something. You can like tech it in, and yeah, it is. Hey, welcome my Zeme. But it is really good. Like like you can just randomly throw it in, because the best part about Stoicheia is that it's so toolbox and like extra as hell that you can get away with like having it as even as a one of, like, you know. How is it not a... I don't know. It's just a little cute fairy thing. It's a what? A Bioroid. Okay, this card's really good. This is the mask card. Card's cracked as well. You just directly get mask stuff out. The Zorga card, obviously the best boy. This card's like amazing. I'm not gonna lie, when I first read it with the mask stuff, I was kind of iffy about it. I wasn't like, it sucks. I was kind of like, it's just a lot of stuff in one deck they have to fit, and especially in a deck that has a lot of stuff that it needs to do to kind of function. I feel like bricking in this deck is a lot easier, but when you don't brick, it's like insane. That's what I've noticed from recently playing it more. But anyway, long story short, very cracked card, and this, along with having access to all this toolbox that Stoicheia has, is just insane. The Leonor stuff feels kind of rough, I'm not gonna lie. I'm being honest here. It's not nothing, no bias, stuff like that. It just honestly feels a little rough. And we did get a multi-attacker, which I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know that was a thing until like 2 weeks ago. I actually had no idea there was a 4th attack in Zorga until like until recently. I didn't know this card existed. But basically, you can just you can call this on a dragon tree token. It has to be on a dragon tree thingy, however, so you can't just like call it normally. But basically, call it a dragon tree, get the extra attack. That's how retire when the Zorga attacks. So it's very cool. Very cool. And then there are actually other cards here that are actually pretty cool too. Like I was kind of like looking through, like this one's really good. You get a Soul Blast 2 to just draw a card if something was retired. So you can like run this in Marola. And then it's grade 1 or less, but you know, you retire tokens and stuff like that. You just Soul Blast draw. The Soul Blast is kind of hard, especially in Marola because Marola goes so like crazy, but in the future there might be room for it. And then this one's so weird. This is like a really weird card. Dude, this card cannot be written when this unit is placed from hand. You retire this unit. It's so weird, but it's a 15k. But you can call it through like drop, so it's just like a really weird like rush card, but you can only really play it through orders. This card's kind of cool too. It says when it's placed through a card's ability, through an order card's ability, you can draw 2, discard 2, so you can kind of like quickly go through your deck really fast, which I think is actually just a really cool concept as well. So you can like early like you say you run 4 of these, you can like play the order or whatever, get it to come out through Soul by Condensation or something, and then you can just draw 2, discard 2, so you can draw 2 good cards and like drop like dragons or something like that. You know, you can just see more of your deck, and I think that's really cool, especially early on. I think like stuff like that's like really needed. So I think that, sorry, I'm going like kind of crazy, but I just think it's a cool card. This card's good. This is my Unbreaker card. I'm basically running this to tell myself to not brick, but it is a CB, but it's a 0. It's a really pretty card. I love the look of this card so much. I think it's such a badass looking card. Yeah, the Bone Zone card. It looks so cool. Like he's about to eat your soul. He's coming out for you. It's so cool. I like him. I think he's pretty. And then there's more random Dragon Tree support that no one's really currently utilizing. But keep in mind, I would keep the Dragon Tree support at the back of your head somewhere. Dragon Tree will eventually be good at some point, maybe. But you know, there might be a time. Also, this card's so good. The art. I love the art of this one so much. I love green nature stuff, especially with like purple. Green, purple, pink stuff is like, oh my god, it makes me go crazy. Oh, so cute. It's such a good, if there was like a little bit of pink in here too, I would just buy it just to own it. It's a common, I'll probably buy it just to own it anyway. But it's excited to see the Dragon Tree stuff because you can't just like normally use it. I'm so mad. And then we got the little pea shooter guy, or sorry, lemon Citruson. His name is Citruson. That's so good. When placed on rear, if you have a grade 0, you can still charge, and then choose the grade 0. That's actually not too bad. That's actually really good Varroa support. That's like directly Varroa support, like right there, in your face. Dude, I could run this in Zorga. I could run this in Zorga. I could have my mushroom, and I could have my Citruson, and I could like mushroom to soul blast. I could put the mushroom in and call out the tokens, and then call him, and then soul charge, and have all the soul in the world. I could. There is hope. Honestly, I think that's it for this card. That's like kind of random. I like the art on it, but it's a little weird. Because you can Alchemy Magic, discard a card, choose a grade 1 for dropping call in the same column as this unit, so you can kind of just get more free value. But it's a discard. I am like really excited for this because it's borderless. Well, it's not borderless. Sorry, it's got the border off with the text border, and you know, Flagberg. Got to max rarity my Flagberg. So, oh my god, this one does. He looks so good. He looks so good with the, bruh. Oh my god, it's like so fitting because he's got the colors here, and then you got the border, and then he looks so cool. I want him for Christmas. He's so pretty looking. Lyrical Monasterio. Oh yeah, look at that support. Oh my god, when it hits soul charge, not 1, but 2 cards. Oh yeah. Yes, Nona. I mean, a lot of the reprints are like the old promos, so. But thank you all for joining. I hope you had fun. Hope you enjoyed the set 10 talk, all that great stuff. I think we went over some amazing stuff today. I'm really excited. We got a week left. If I get my stuff in time early, I'll be making an Orphis video this week if I can. There's not much I need to upgrade Orphis, so that might be the easiest one to make a quick video on. Stay great, stay awesome. Thank you so much. Have a good weekend. Stay positive, be happy, love yourself, all that great stuff. Bye-bye.